Rundown, March 3rd, we are in New York City Hotel just after the dog show, which people will get to watch the results later. No surprises on the dog show at all. Let's start with Aaron. First of all, I don't know why Kay Nolan's not on this, or Sydney Asias, and that's an error.
She said something like, I don't want to be around Dave any longer than I have to be.
Can't blame her.
Aaron Hernandez shot his friend in the face because he was mad with the way they split a tip. Can you put that on Feidelberg for a second? Can you explain the story? You blogged it.
Yeah, there were 4 guys. They were at Tootsie's strip club down in Miami. There were 4 guys there. Hernandez just wanted to split it, just go Dutch, him and one other guy. And this other guy who got shot in the face eventually was like, no, there are 4 of us. We should split it 4 ways. Hernandez wasn't happy with that. They got in the car, continued arguing, and eventually Hernandez shot him between the eyes. And he ended up living. He only lost an eye. You've heard that story, I'm sure. But that's what happened.
Wait, Hernandez wanted to split it between him and one other guy?
Just him and this other guy, the guy who got shot.
And the guy wanted 4 ways?
Yeah, he's like, there are 4 of us. We should have...
Because the other guys must have been Hernandez's friends.
Yeah. Correct. He didn't want his...
Okay, so turn this back on me. It makes no sense. If they were just his friends, why wouldn't Hernandez just pay for the other 2 guys?
Well, that was my whole thing is that Hernandez is a professional athlete. He makes the most money out of all of them. The shooting in the face is almost less extreme, knowing who Aaron Hernandez is, than being so cheap that you just won't pay for your friends.
Yeah, agreed. KFC?
Yeah, the splitting confuses me. This guy's the worst fucking murderer ever. Shot a guy in the face and he didn't even kill him. I mean, he does everything wrong.
In between the eyes. I don't even know how that's possible.
That makes no sense to me. The guy he does kill, he leaves all the evidence in the world. The guy he shoots in the face doesn't even die. You just can't get any of it right.
Yeah, I wonder when this was the contract. I mean, he is a terrible murderer. If you're going to get in that argument, you just put all the credit cards and play credit card roulette. But Hernandez, when you're the rich guy, although we were talking about this in the car ride up, like Gronk has been going out in Vegas with bottles almost every night. Yep. Is he paying for that?
Yeah.
So is he spending $15,000 to $20,000 a night?
Yeah.
I bet a lot of it gets comped too, though. At least some.
A lot of it gets comped, but when you're the richest guy in the room, and it can't obviously be like, 3 friends that are one guy's making $20,000 more than the other. I'm talking about like someone who is richer. Like when we go out to dinner, you pay,
right?
Because you have a lot more money than us. That's just the way to do it.
That's how people go broke. I mean, if you spend 15 to 20 grand a night, you'd go broke. Next up, Robert Flores versus Swaggy P versus Izzy Igualas. This is Robert Flores. Stella, we're doing a show live. So Robert Flores, ESPN, said something like somebody killed. What was it? Somebody killed something like Izzy Iguala has killed Rep, and then Swaggy P jumped in and basically said, if I see you, Robert Flores, I think I'm going to kill you.
Right. Fade on sight.
So, KFC, what do you got here?
I love the feud. I need more of it. I need more of Swaggy P doing everything. Playing off the camera, on camera, with fighting, with reporters, dating girls. Everything Swaggy is awesome. And the fact that he's feuding with Robert Flores of all people, like that's like the perfect guy to be in this feud. It's the best casting I've ever seen, and it's all real life. It's great.
Yeah, you.
You can say it?
Big cat.
Okay. I love it as well. Roflo, which is a hilarious nickname.
Is that really his nickname?
Yes,
that's like his Twitter handle.
His Roflo, ESPN. It's perfect.
That's the best thing I've ever heard.
Exactly. That's why it's
the only thing that I don't like about it is Swaggy P isn't playing along correctly. The whole like I'm gonna kill you and if we see, he basically said I'm gonna see you soon. Come on, man. It's Roflo.
It's meet me in Temecula.
Yeah.
Like, he's really playing along.
Right, it's Roflo.
Really,
Like, what are you going to do to Roflo?
Dopo. That's what I was just sitting there trying to come up with like my own for that. That's
Dopo.
awesome. Yeah, dope.
Dopo?
It's got, it doesn't flow like
Dapo.
that. As a side note, I know that's internet over there, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that till like a second ago.
Yeah. So here's a perfect example. Went out to dinner last night and I paid for Ed. So there you go.
Ed, that was nice, huh?
He takes care of us.
Yeah. So
Nice.
but that's what you do, and there's
Were
different
you?
levels.
We met at the softball
Yeah,
team?
you
Yeah,
play
he pitched.
kickball team.
Yeah,
You joined our
kickball.
team, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Orange visor.
Came relief pitcher for you.
Yeah.
You got kicked out.
That's
right.
right.
Picked up.
Yeah, we got the
Penalty
boot.
box,
We got
right?
Yeah, we got kicked
yeah,
out.
who's that? Me and you?
Yeah, we got kicked out.
That was a joke. You took that a little. You want to talk about people taking things a little too seriously?
I was a little
You
upset.
got a little bit.
Those guys
overwhelmed.
whatever. All right, whatever. Let's not get because I'm already getting upset about it.
Butler University. So this chick is the daughter of the president of Butler University. We actually got these emails maybe 3 days ago. I guess K Marco did too. It's just like a random, like, this girl's a slut. She's the daughter of a president, and a ton of nudes. I didn't even really look. She's not that cute. She got really weird nipples. Unbelievably weird
The
nipples.
weirdest nipples, and you know what? You can say, okay, yeah, you can say it. Oh, I have weird.
Yeah,
but
coming from Big Cat.
Okay, no,
Big
but
Cat, you
no,
are in no position to make fun of nipples.
No, because my nipples are just abnormally large. Hers are like. Hers look like you like took a paintbrush
You know what?
and
they
you
look like
painted
is,
it.
you remember when you used to stretch a penny?
Yeah, when you
That's
put 50 cents and 50 cents in a penny and it gives you a stretched out one with like a graphic on it. That's exactly what it looks like.
They were gross, but I'm just saying you have really big.
I do, but
very dark.
But you
nipples.
can explain my nipples. You're like, oh, that guy probably has skin cancer. She's just like, what the hell's going on there?
Whatever the case may be, when you have nipples like she does, you do not flaunt your nakeds like she does. And by the way, did you look at the one she... So anyways, back to the story. Somebody sent it, Coed Magazine, which I didn't even know existed still, decides they're going to like publish them, but they blacked out the pictures, which makes no sense.
Right.
Like, what the fuck's the point of publishing them? This girl... She's probably sending the pictures because then she wrote this long thing like, yeah, I'm the daughter of the Butler president, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck. Here's me naked. Come all over her face and half of them. Dicks in the pictures and these damn nipples. It's crazy. It's like fucking nuts. Like, I don't know. I looked at it. I'll look at anything nude. I want it out of there. This girl should not. You have to be a lot hotter to be like jamming weird nipple nudes in people's faces. That's all I got on this. Big Cat.
It was a classic Michael Scott. We were saying that. She's trying to control the message. Besides the nipples, how about that dick? That was like the smallest dick of all time. I don't know how. I don't know why you choose that dick. Like, that was really. I would be pissed if that was my dick and she just put it out there.
Side note, average dick size, I blogged this today. It's 5.16 inches.
That dick was like, his hand was like covering his whole dick. It wasn't even. He didn't have a dick.
516, I think, is a win for everybody, right? I was
Huge
happy,
win.
I was
Yeah.
happy to hear that. I was
Yeah.
Huge win.
very, very pleased
Perfect.
with that. Yeah, as far as the chick, I mean, I respect the move. If you know, there's so much revenge porn and shit floating around that if you want to just get out in front of it, I respect it. But you gotta be hotter, and you can't have alien nipples. And you know, or like release some of them, maybe some ass shots. Stay away from the nipples. You know.
And the cum shot was so.
Yeah,
why?
like 0 to
Why?
100 real
What was
quick.
what were you doing? That wasn't even a nude. It was just jizz all over your face.
Jizz selfie.
And you gotta understand, like, revenge porn, that type of shit, people are gonna want to see it. Like, no one's hunting down your nudes. Like, you're not in, like,
Well, no, because somebody did threaten.
Yeah,
to
someone
release-
really-
somebody was
true,
doing it.
True, but like, oh, I assume if we got it and Coed got it, everybody got it. Like, Coed's the only one. Like, I literally couldn't shut the email fast enough when I opened it.
Yeah.
I was like, this girl's
It's
nipples
gross. Yeah.
are disgusting.
Right,
so,
right.
last night, Brent Musburger, first of all, insane game. Hank, I told you in the car I loved Iowa State. I said they'd win by 15. Turned it on the hotel room. They were down like 20 in the first half to Oklahoma. So I was happy. I didn't touch it. It was -6. Iowa State, I believe, went on a 22-0 run. And I don't know that Oklahoma called a timeout during the entire run, which is nuts. Then it hovered on the line. It was like 5 to 8 and all sorts of weird plays down the end. A ball went out of bounds, and it was going to go back to Iowa State. I believe they were down.
It was going to go back to
6.
Oklahoma.
I
They're
believe
down
they were
6,
down 6
right
at
on the number.
time. And then who is it? Fran
Fran
Fraschilla
Fraschilla.
basically said, "I know you don't want this to be reviewed, Brent."
1.9 left. I know you don't want them to review that call, do you? I don't know what you're talking about.
Obviously saying Brent had Oklahoma +6. Hilarious gambling moment. To be honest, I blinked. I don't know what happened because they lost. Did the guy travel on the inbound pass?
They like booted it out of bounds or something, and then the Iowa State hit a free throw, won by 7. The other great moment was at the end
Yep.
when Oklahoma shoots a 3 from half court. You can like hear Brent's heart kind of like break a little bit.
Yeah.
SVP said that like everyone thinks Brent's on every side, and usually that's the case because he'll just mention it. He won't tip his hand. But last night, Fran Fraschilla blew him up.
I mean, he was 1,000% at the points. And as a gambler, when that happens, because I was watching it, they stole the ball, which I don't even know what they're doing. Either, this is a pet peeve of mine, either foul or don't play defense. But when you're doing like
between shit.
The 10-second thing, like what are you doing still playing defense? Either stop or foul. Don't try for a steal. Anyways, they got the steal. When you're a gambler, my thought was he had at least another dribble and a half to get a realistic shot off there. So I would have been mad. KFC.
I part of me thinks it's ridiculous that these guys have to talk like all like in veil and like can't mention
That's
it.
slowly going away.
Well, because I think it's inevitable that everything's gonna be legalized. But I also like it. Like if they can just openly talk about it, it's not gonna be like a funny moment anymore. It's cool that Musburger has to allude to it and everyone's like, oh, I know what's going on here. When they legalize it, it's just going to be like, that's going to take over the broadcast. That's all people are going to talk about.
That's true. I will say this. I like that he talks about it. From my own point of view, if I was calling a game and I bet on it, I would be the most biased. Like it would be the worst call of the game of all time. So I'd be screaming at the coach and screaming at the players, and just like I would stop talking if I wasn't covering. So Brent handles it like a pro, but it is a slippery slope.
I've always maintained a brilliant idea is just a gambling network where you have one guy on one side, one on the other. They're calling the game, and it's not even about who wins. It's just a spread 24/7. I'd watch that over the other because that's all I care about. That UConn game last year. I don't want to go into it. Last one, homeless couple. Feidelberg had this. I didn't think it was that great a video. I'm actually surprised to see it in the rundown. They were having a threesome. I watched it like 10 times to see if I missed their faces, but they were just underneath sleeping bags the entire time.
Homeless threesomes is going to make the rundown 100 times.
But not if you can't see. How do we even know it's a threesome?
Actually, my thought.
jerking off on the fucking blanket.
There's another guy jerking
It's
off
not
in the
even so
corner.
much a threesome. It's a guy jerking off
Yeah.
in the corner.
So it's like a show.
Oh, I didn't see anybody jerking.
That's
off.
what makes it.
Oh.
But I actually think underneath the
We put a
sleeping
guy
bag
jerking
leaves a
off
little
on the
bit to the
website?
imagination.
You
You know
can
what I
see
mean?
him.
Yeah.
He's also under a sheet.
Oh.
It's disgusting, and the fact that homeless people are out there having threesomes and fucking, and like when homeless people have a better sex life than you, that's.
I love it. I thought it was awesome. That's just what you got to do to survive. You got to stay warm. Where was it? Boston?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a long winter for everyone.
Body heat.
If you're gonna and the guy jerking off, why wouldn't you? That's basically homeless porn. That's going on the internet and going
Someone
on YouTube.
can have sex in front of me, you're almost obligated to beat off. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
You get a blanket and jerk off, someone's having sex in front of you. You gotta be fucking nuts not to beat off. That's the rundown. I don't know if there's anything else because none of us have been on the blog today for the most part.
That's it.
That's it. When do you fly back?
Tonight.
So I gotta jump in the car, go back, and the dog show, hopefully we have, it's a lot of, end of the week,
Thursday, Friday, yeah.
Thursday, Friday. All right.